And yeah, so I believe I went over. I have 6 connections in my feet, 6 different spots, and of very different sizes. They're all different gauges. I have microscopic ones, and I got ones that are about as thick as a pen. I don't know. Um, but yeah, it seems to be they seem to be using magnets to do all this. I believe it's and like there is a third form of magnetism, which makes me believe that this is exactly what that is. They're using the third form of magnetism to move these devices all throughout my body. One thing I miss is my eyeballs and what they put on my head. So you can't see anything. It's cloaked or it's electromagnetic. You can't see it because it's electromagnetic. But they put something on my head and they clamped it onto my neck. It felt like it went like these microscopic wires went into my fucking throat, like they were cutting off my head. It was really freaky for a moment, but I'm still alive. I'm still breathing. I'm okay for now. But they put something on my head. I remember seeing something come over my eyes. So like they covered like my head's actually like covered in something. And there's this sack thing on my back. And there's one hanging off my ass too. But it inflates. I have like this crane thing, but we've gone through that already. But my eyeballs. So whenever they inflate the things in my eyeballs, I have like what feels like worms attached to my eyeballs. And what they like it's really weird because my eyes will get very 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 dry, but as you can see like they're constantly like they're not actually dry. It's really weird. But like my eyes will get all red, 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 like sting, like they're stinging, like as if they're dry. But my eyeballs are not dry. So there's these worm things, and they come out to about here. Like they're roughly like this long, and like I can feel them, but they have these worm things on my eyeballs, which is fantastic. They have one of these lines coming out of my belly button. I believe they're going through my body because I keep going like my knees, my stomach, my belly button, my nose, my mouth. Like I can feel like these spots on my face right here and here. They put it through my piercings too. Well, they did. I think they have since taken them out because I don't feel them so much anymore. It's very confusing because you can't see a goddamn thing. You can only feel it. Um, yeah. So I believe I covered everything. I hate the fucking gangstalking. Oh yeah, they did this too. And they tried to kill me at work. And then that was the first time they tried to kill me at work. The second time they gave me a mock execution, which was oversaw by a Jewish mafia don, or what they wanted me to perceive as a Jewish mafia don. So like it was like this Mr. Big Show. It felt like a Mr. Big Show after all of it went down. It was just like a very odd experience seeing your boss and this old man that's like not even part of the crew. He's not even unionized. He wasn't unionized. He wasn't on the books. He was there working with us though. So that says corruption. And he's a Jewish mafia don. So if I'm dealing with a Jewish mafia don, I'm dealing with the Mossad. Israelis. So Israelis are getting into the heads of people, driving them crazy, making them do mass shootings like the one in Maine. He was complaining about hearing voices. These voices are real. It's not a mental health issue, though. What they do to you is they put you through MK Ultra so you appear crazy. They make you believe all sorts of crazy things too, like like they had me convinced that whatever, oh yeah, they did something, they shot something into my arm and under my skin, and I have videos of it. I don't know if I was able to post any of it, but I have 5 SD cards of everything that they've done to me. 5 FD cards. So like I've tried to document as best as I can to document what exactly that they're doing to me, because they're fucking me up. Anyways, I just lost myself there. Yeah, we're gonna move into the psychological aspects of it all. But yeah, so they make you believe all sorts of crazy shit. They had me convinced that I was gonna go into space after they shot something under my skin, and it started to self-replicate itself and continue to layer my entire flesh throughout my whole fucking body, even the tip of my dick. Fucked up. But yeah, they make you believe all sorts of weird things, all sorts of fucked up things. Like the moon was really big this one night. It was huge. It's absolutely massive. It's absolutely bright. I never seen the moon so bright before. And they were like, it's gonna crash into Earth. We're all gonna die. They had me convinced that I was gonna die. They tell me every day that I'm gonna die. They've tried to kill me 8 fucking times. This is law enforcement and the military. The American one it too. Like I'm pretty sure these are Americans I'm dealing with. I'm pretty sure it's the CIA overseeing the whole fucking thing, or the Mossad. If it's a Jewish mafia don, it's totally Mossad. But yeah, I've had Jews conveniently placed in really vulnerable moments in my life, and like I could tell right away, like you are here for other reasons, especially because after they set the love trap, like they sent a lady put herself into the psych ward to get with me, just to get with me. So they're using psych ward facilities to like trick people into thinking that they like you when they actually don't. It's a very Jewish fucking thing to do. It's a very white man thing to do. CIA, I'll stab you in the back pretty fucking quick. But yeah, they'll give you false narratives to believe. And like they're really good at this too. But like they, I'm sure, are responsible for making people kill their spouses or their family members or random people, like these mass casualty events. So that's suspicious that the military is capable of doing this and nobody's talking about it, and it's all set up, and the police has labeled all this as a mental health issue. Wow. So they work closely with the military, and the military is doing all the neural monitoring through your cell phone and 5G network, so you can't hide anything. They can see what you're thinking. Pretty wild, but you have no privacy because of it. So yeah, it's a multi-level conspiracy because I have a rather large group of people working all together just to fuck with me, and I know it's law enforcement. My sister is missing, and they have targeted my brother, though they haven't tried to kill him. But my brother's targeted, and I can't find my sister. She's somewhere in Calgary. I really hope she wasn't one of those people that froze to death this year, because she is homeless and addicted to heroin. So she could have died of an overdose and be buried in some unmarked grave in Alberta. I will never know. But seeing as this is all happening to me, and I was talking to my sister and now I'm not, really makes me wonder if they are responsible for this disappearance, for her going missing, for her falling off the face of the earth, which she has done before. we're not that close because she was adopted as soon as she was born. She was taken by CAS. So I don't know where she is. I don't know how she's doing. I don't know if she's okay. I don't know if she's alive, and I'll never know if she died or not because we don't share last names. So they may have played a role into my sister's disappearance. If anything happens to my brother, I know it'll be them that did it. I've tried to warn my brother as much as I can about what I dealt with and what I went through. So like to watch out for certain things. But now I'm going to go into some of the theories and some of the things that I've discovered while I've been going through all of this. And nobody is truly aware of the dangers of voice to skull technology until it happens to you. So if you're ever hearing voices, you're not schizophrenic. It's the fucking military and the police and the mafia fucking with you. Yeah. Fun stuff, eh? But I think they have really big plans because I remember everything that was written on the Georgia Guidestones. It came back to hit me like a ton of bricks. So the Georgia Guidestones is the Great Reset. And they've been working on this since the 70s, since what's that book? Can't remember it right now. But they talk about how there's going to be an overpopulation, and then our resources are going to be fought for over because there's so many people on this planet. So what they're going to do, and what they have been doing, is cutting down the world's population. Now, the Georgia Guidestones say they want to cut down to 400,000 people, which I truly believe, it's a Jewish conspiracy, even though the Georgia Guidestones are in Georgia. Israel seems to control America. Israel controls Canada too, which I don't like. They've compromised our politics. They've integrated very well into our politics. And I don't like how we send all our police to Israel. I don't like how Israel sells corruption to governments all over the world with their dirty fucking technology, their dirty neural surveilling technology, and their dirty fucking psychological tactics that go along with it. They're teaching people how to be absolutely fucking pieces of shit. That's what they're doing. That's what Israel does. It teaches people how to be absolute fucking monsters of human beings. You can't even call yourself a human being after that. I don't want to refer to them as human beings, but I'm not that dehumanizing, so like it's pretty sick what they turn these people into. And it's pretty fucking awful what the military does. And I really do think humanity, all of us, would be safer if there was no military anywhere. And all we seem to be doing is spending more and more and more money on our militaries. And for what? So we could kill each other and bring down the world's population? Because that's what America wants to do. Then look what they're doing in Syria. That was done on orders from America. And they are responsible for every single conflict going on in the world today because they see that there's too many people on this planet and we need to get rid of as many human beings as possible. And they don't respect human rights because of this. So they've been running the targeted individual program since, I believe, 1995. I believe it all started in the 60s, well, the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s with MK Ultra. MK Ultra never stopped. It just changed into the targeted individual conspiracy. And the protocol, the something protocol. Well, I can't remember the book I read, but it was written by the CIA specifically so people can get freaked out by what they're going to be dealing with when it comes to the voice to skull technology and how they can see everything that you think like real life. Like I haven't actually an entire family neurally monitoring me 24/7. Like they must be doing it through like their own TV or something. Like they're at home. I don't know where their home is. It's somewhere here in Toronto, but they are nearly monitoring me 24/7. 24/7. I have a lady that has continuously talked to me for 5 fucking years, along with her husband, and I got to meet their children too. So it's a family, and they get their entire families involved. They'll send in their kids to fucking gang stalk you. They'll send in their kids to take pictures of you. They'll send in their kids to do whatever the fuck they ask of their children. And it's really fucked up that I'm seeing that and how you would ever try and bring your kids to work like that. It's really fucked up. I think it's just not okay. It's child labor, like it's like what if you put your child in danger? Like what if I decided to snap like everybody else does eventually and start hurting everybody around you? Like what the fuck, man? Why are they doing this to people? Why are they fucking doing this to people? These fucking Israelis are fucking awful people. They really are. Their military, they're like their psyops department, like the psychological warfare that they play. And like especially because like I have outstandings, so like they can justify all their violence that they perpetrated on me and the COINTELPRO and how I have the mafia trying to fucking kill me. Like fuck, man. I'm still here. Thank fucking God. I do believe in a higher power because I'm still alive and I shouldn't be. I should be dead 10 times over. I should be buried under 900 Bay Street. I should be disappeared in the landfill because they tried to stuff me in a dump truck. Like, like they've tried to kidnap me too. I've survived kidnapping attempts. I wouldn't let the guy touch me. He kept trying to grab me and like he was chasing me around and stuff. And it's just like, whatever, man. I just kept walking away from him. I'm just like, whatever, man. Like, fuck you, bud. But he's just like trying to grab me, like trying to put his hands on me and just fucking dancing around him. I'm just like, the fuck, man. Why are you trying to grab me, dude? Like, holy fuck, you're not putting your hands on me. I don't fucking think so. And then a U-Haul pulls up. And I see him seeing the U-Haul, and I see the U-Haul, and I see them watching me, and it's just like, yo, what the fuck? So they tried to kidnap me, stuff me in a U-Haul. I'm glad that was a waste of $20 for them, hopefully. I did get drugs off the guy, though. He gave me drugs afterwards. I guess he was... I don't know. He was staying at the hotel program with me anyways, so much for that. I'm lucky. I'm really lucky. Anyways, I got off topic. Theories. So, there is a conspiracy on to cut down the world's population, and COVID plays right into it. It was manufactured. By Americans and let loose in China so they can blame it all on China because that's their geopolitical rival and they gotta fuck over China. There's too many people in China. Their AI technology is on par with Americans, so they're all pissed off. They wiped off billions of dollars off of the stock market because they made their shit fucking open source and free, which is awesome of China to do. Because that's not what they're doing in Silicon Valley, in fucking San Francisco, and Los Angeles, and fucking California, and wherever the fuck they are, these fucks. And all this plays into, like, Jeffrey Epstein and what he did for a living. And I'm involved with the same fucking people. It's a completely unaccountable class. They're all very rich and loaded and very high class and very entitled and very haute couture, where they think they're better than you and they're morally superior than you, and this whole racist fucking bullshit plays into it too. You're a fucking asshole too, Karen. She just called me an asshole. See, like, she sits in my head, she watches me all day long, and she pipes in like that all the time. Fucking piece of shit. We're gonna fucking kill you. That's what I get to hear from her all the time. And that from her husband too. And others. They brought in guests. I had a Frenchman come into my head too once. Calice du tabarnak. Dennis, eh? Punch yourself in the face, eh? Fuck. So yeah, there's something really sinister that they have planned for 2030, I believe. And my theory is that they're going to replicate the rapture with everybody who has taken the jab. At a push of a button, imagine that. Everybody who's ever taken the jab will just drop. Replicating the rapture, and they're going to use the voice to skull technology on everybody and say, this is Jesus speaking. You must fight for us in Israel. Because, like, they really hate Muslims, and Christians don't want the Holy Land. They want it all for themselves. Like, they're seriously making the Holy Land for whites only. Pretty racist stuff, man. And no wonder I'm targeted. Like, they're targeting a disproportionate amount of Native people. They're picking on poor people. They're picking on homeless people. They're trying to kick them out. They're using voice to skull technology to scare them out of Toronto, to convince them to leave. And it's just like, well, where else are we supposed to go? Like, fuck, man, it's Toronto. That's why I'm here. Fuck, I never made as much money as I did my whole life until I came here to Toronto. Like, really. And they did this for me. They made me, and then they broke me. And now I'm fucking poor and unemployed. At least I'm on disability, so sure, a lot better than welfare. But yeah, I don't believe I can work anymore because the way that law enforcement works is they'll sabotage my next job anyways. They'll just get another coworker to try and fucking kill me. So they get into people's heads and they convince them, yo, you should probably kill him. Like, it's that easy for them to work like that. Like, the voice to skull technology is so advanced. I don't know how they're fucking capable of doing it. They must have, I think it's the heavy metals that they put into the jabby jab, so they can stick it all into, so it goes all into your brain, and it makes it so they can talk to you in the resonance, the vibrations only picked up on the inside of your head. I don't know how it works. But thanks to Sabrina Wallace on rumble.com, that she taught me how to get trained to do this. And like, this is all, like, we're teaching people how to be fucking pieces of shit, which is not cool. I've been gang stalked by university students and private school students too. They brought private school students around me. They brought university students around me. It seems like no matter where I go, there are always university students around me, and there's always police officers around me. There's always a mafioso around me, and there's always a soldier around me. So I don't go anywhere unaccompanied. I get to fucking have all these type of people working around me everywhere I go. And that's really fucked up. And it completely violates my charter. They have stripped me of all my rights. There's no such thing as human rights. Like, there's no such thing. And I don't know how they've stripped everybody of their charter like that here in Canada, but someone needs to really start thinking about that with the technology that they're using on people. Like, none of these people, oh, get this. So they get the military to do all the dirty work, so the police can, like, be Pontius Pilate and look good and come out with all this propaganda, like, oh, we need cops. Cops are so cool. Cops are good. Back to blue. No. they actively partake in killing people. If they don't like you, they'll try and kill you. And they have all the tools to be able to keep an eye on you and know when to do it. Which is why they almost got me at work. I should be buried under 900 Bay Street. Now, I wouldn't fucking get Inflector in on anything, because that guy's fucking mobbed up. Fuck that asshole boss piece of shit motherfucker. Because they talked to him. There was no way he didn't know what was going on that day. Because, what were they supposed to do with my body? For one, bury me under the parking lot. But what were they supposed to do about me showing up to work? Like, I don't get why they would want to kill me at work. Who does that? Who the fuck does that? And in an industry where it's very easy to fucking hide bodies because we remove asbestos, nobody goes near those yellow bags. You could stuff a body in there and no one would really know. So it makes me wonder how many men are buried with asbestos. And it's really weird that they would bring me to all these different job sites, and that's what they were doing. They were trying to figure out a way to kill me. Like at a hospital. It was another place. A mall was where they did my mock execution. So we were renovating this mall, and like security was on me. Like they wouldn't like leave my side. It was really weird. It's as if they knew something was up. But yeah, weird world we live in when we have a completely unaccountable class of people that are fucking other people up, that are mostly poor, black and brown, and poor. Fuck. I have a theory that the Crown is complicit in the drug trade. There's no way. There's no other way.